Today, we're diving deep into Som Bathla's book, Think Out of the Box. This isn't just a book about finding new solutions. It's actually a practical blueprint to rebuild the very foundation of how we think. Because in today's world, ideas are currency. The people who grow faster, move ahead, and stand out are not always the smartest. They're the ones who can think differently. So let's begin this journey. To keep it simple, we'll break it into 6 parts. First, we'll understand what this box really is. Then, we'll explore the power of belief, the first tool to break it. After that, we'll learn why giving your mind rest is important. Then, we'll go over some practical thinking tools. Next, we'll see why getting input from outsiders matters. And finally, we'll learn a powerful rule for decision-making. And along the way, we'll also discover how to train your brain to generate ideas on demand, because creativity is not luck, it's a system. So let's get started. What is this box? Before we talk about thinking outside the box, we need to understand what this box actually is. And here's something important. This box is not your failure. It was built for you. Your upbringing, your environment, your education, all of these together built the walls of this box. And especially in our society, the fear of what will people say makes those walls even stronger. At every step, there's a predefined path, and thinking differently is often seen as strange. That's why Som Bathla says, the real goal isn't just to think outside the box, it's to eliminate the box entirely. Small action for today. Look at one rule or routine in your life, at work or at home, that you follow every day without questioning it. Don't change it, just notice it. The power of belief. Now that we understand the box, the first hammer to break it is belief. Our thinking is built on what we believe. Most people think creativity is something you're born with. Either you're creative or you're not. But the author says that's a myth. Creativity is like a muscle. It can be trained, it can be strengthened, and it all starts with one belief. I can become creative. Everything begins here. He introduces a simple exercise called tick-tock. Talk is your old limiting belief. I'm bad at solving problems. Tick is a new empowering belief. Problem solving is a skill, and I'm learning it. This isn't just positive thinking. It's a systematic process of identifying and replacing the beliefs that have been holding you back for years. Try this. Write down one limiting belief about your problem-solving ability. Then replace it with a stronger, more empowering belief. Step back to move forward. Now, here's something that might sound strange. The best way to solve a problem is to step away from it. This is called the Instruct, Incubate, Eureka model. Instruct, feed your brain with information, research, data, learning. Incubate, step away intentionally. Go for a walk, do something else. Eureka, the solution shows up unexpectedly. Procrastination is bad for productivity, but for creativity, it can be a gift. In a culture where being constantly busy is seen as success, this incubation step feels uncomfortable. That's why belief matters. If you don't believe a solution will come, stepping away feels like anxiety, not peace. But when your mind is calm, that's when real connections happen. That's when new ideas are born. Try this. Schedule just 15 minutes this week for an incubation break. Leave your phone behind. Go for a walk. Don't force your thinking. Just let your mind wander. Practical thinking tools. SCAMPER. Now let's get practical. The author introduces a powerful tool called SCAMPER, a checklist of creative questions. Combine. Mix different ideas, like combining wheels plus basket plus chair equals shopping cart. Eliminate. Remove something. What if a phone had no camera? Reverse. Flip the process. What if you rethink your daily routine? This tool keeps your mind from going in circles. And here's the most important line. Creativity isn't about finding better answers. It's about asking better questions. The power of outsiders. Here's something that goes against common thinking. When you're stuck, don't just ask experts. Ask outsiders. Why? Because experts are often trapped inside their own experience. They know how things are done. But outsiders are free. They ask simple, even naive questions. And sometimes those questions open completely new doors. Imagine explaining your business problem to someone who has nothing to do with your field. Their simple question might be exactly what you needed. Decision-making? 40-70 rule. Now comes the hardest part, making decisions. Often we get stuck in analysis paralysis. Too much information and no decision. The author suggests the 40-70 rule. Less than 40% information? You're guessing. More than 70%? It's too late. Between 40% and 70%? Decide. That's the sweet spot. But in our culture, where mistakes are feared, this can feel risky. So start small. Practice with low-risk decisions, like what movie to watch or where to go on vacation. Over time, your confidence will grow. Final takeaway. If you remember just one thing, let it be this. Real progress begins when you take action. Not when you read, not when you listen, but when you apply. In this journey, we understood the box, challenged our beliefs, learned to rest the mind, used practical tools, sought outside perspectives, and learned how to make decisions. Now, I'll leave you with one question. After today, what is the first new question you will ask to solve your biggest professional challenge? If you want more deep insights like this, subscribe to AntiSocietal.